Welcome back to another episode of the Greenies, guys. We're at a time of year now where the weather sort of dictates how the course is set up, and ultimately this week and the last month we've had plenty of rain and we've had to take decisions. Sometimes they might upset people, they might not. Had to make decisions because ultimately our job as greenkeepers is to put the course first. Also take into account, you know, we are a business. When we shut, that has an impact. We want to make golf accessible for all sorts of players that need certain equipment to go around the course. So that being said, we had a lot of rain Wednesday night, Thursday, which led to the course being shut Thursday, and then same again on Thursday night, which led to Sam, the man on the camera, shutting the course this morning until 9 o'clock, and then we I've just dropped him in it. We opened up at 9, allowed carry bags out and trolleys if you have a medical exemption. Unfortunately, health and safety is also a primary concern of ours, so we have not allowed buggies out today. The thing that's frustrating for us is this is our office. We come into work, we want to just get on with our work, and when it's like this, we can't, unfortunately. And it is very frustrating for us as greenkeepers because we want to do the work, yet the weather sort of holds us back. And at the same time, there are certain jobs that we need to do, like mowing greens, mowing approaches, getting grass cut, blowing leaves, and that does require some sort of mechanical device in certain situations. And you will see when buggies are banned, we will still be out there at certain times, just out of necessity over everything, really. These buggies and tractors wear is absolutely essential. Because we're working in the dark mornings, we need light, and the buggies have got very bright lights on. It's health and safety risk if we don't have them. So we are getting a lot better at navigating the course without making too much damage. Just go easy on us, because you know, this time of year we sort of become public enemy number one in some cases. We ultimately just want to make the right decision for the course, the right decision for the membership. We are thinking of ways how we can make golf accessible for people that require buggies. Number one thing I will say is that if we can get as many people carrying golf bags as possible, it's a great way to protect the course, plus you can navigate the ropes a little bit more easily, rather than, you know, following the ropes. You can just hop over it if you've got a carry bag. That will then allow people that do require some sort of buggy or trolley, it will allow them to get out on the course. So yeah, like I say, please go easy on us. If you have feedback, keep it nice and friendly. We are friendly people, we care about this club deeply. We don't need any sort of aggravation from anyone. If you have a difference in opinion of us, that's fine, but our job is to protect this course. Plenty of friendly people on this club, but this is a frustrating time for everyone. It seems like the winters are getting wetter and wetter each year, so we just manage it. Luckily, we've got a lot more grass coverage. And that being said, you've probably noticed we've been carrying out some fairway work on the course. A couple of weeks back, we scarified the fairways as deep as possible, and we took an incredible amount of thatch out of them. I don't know exactly, but it was a rather large amount. They desperately needed it, so we went in with that. Then we've overseeded with our drop spreader just to drop some seed into that channel. But at the same time, we ran our Toro Pro Core to put some holes in the ground for that seed to drop into as well. We just finished off putting some compost out on the worst areas. So apart from 17 and 8, although 8 looks a lot better this year, 1 and 2 have been identified as poor fairways. So we put some work into those, and then we dragged them in after. And then that rain has washed all that in. And in terms of the fairway recovery, now we're at a stage where we can just pick specific areas. It's not such a large scale of problems now, so which is good. Talking about fairways, the dry weather, it always is high risk for our fairways because we have that risk of us burning out and losing grass coverage. So what the club has done, have invested their money into a water bowser. It's a 3,000 litre bowser. It sucks water and fills the tank in 3 minutes. Also, once you get to the point where you want to water, I'll put some videos so you can see this, by the way. Once you get to the point where you'll put water out, it will put water out in 3 minutes. So the longest part of it is driving to and from where we're going to be filling it up. We're going to make some changes to our setup at the sheds over the winter time so we can collect water from our water storage tank, so it's nice, clean-ish water. And then that sort of just reduces the risk of us burning out. I will say it's a good investment by the management committee, and it really will only be used as a contingency. So we don't want to be pumping water out to keep it lush and green. We just want to keep enough water on it to keep that plant alive, to avoid getting to that wilting point where we're going to lose grass coverage. And then hopefully we won't have to do major work to fairways ever again. You'll notice out on the course, the white markers are now in. We are protecting the teeing areas, bringing them in. there's a lot of ropes out, and we have invested heavily in ropes. Luckily, we've got some shares in one of the rope companies, so we're making lots of money. I'm only joking, of course. So if you're using a trolley, follow the ropes. That would be really handy. Don't go under the ropes, don't go over the ropes. If you're hitting a shot and you need to take the rope down, please put the rope back nice and tight so no one can get over it. Notice if you played that the T-mats are not there. They are being cleaned off, and we are going to reinstate them next week. They have seen better days, and Paul Bagnall has been on my case about this. So shout out to Paul for keeping me in check. We're going to put them back in, and I think they'll be all right for another season. But if they are not, we're going to have to invest in some new team mats. Not the greatest mats anyway to begin with, so it might be worthwhile just to invest a little bit of money into those. And then just on the course as well, obviously we've had a lot of rain. We've done what we can to keep it presented well. We've obviously got a lot of aftermath from the storm that we're cleaning up as we go. The common greens are just too wet to cut at the moment. Jockey field greens, we might get away with a cut, we'll see. And now the time of year to come, we now are on hand mowers on greens. Especially out in the common, they're a little bit too soft to ride on mowers, so hand mowers are out, and we're just tweaking to get the right height coming into autumn, because we want to obviously make sure they're putting well still for the time of year, but also they need to be raised up a little bit just to ensure that their plant is protected going into these, autumn winter months. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully there's plenty of golf being played. Saturday looks a bit wet as well, so please check the course status Saturday. Thank you very much.